Hey there, and welcome back to the agency. That's right, you are an expert emotion detective. And today, we've got a really interesting case. We're going to learn how to actually experience our emotions, yeah, even the really big, uncomfortable ones, without letting them call all the shots. You ready? Let's get into it.
So have you ever had that feeling, like a huge wave of worry just crashes over you, or a sudden spike of fear that makes your heart pound? Sometimes those feelings are so intense that your brain just screams, "Get out of here!" It's totally normal. But today, we're going to learn a new way to handle those moments.
Okay, first things first. Let's remember, you are not starting from square one here, not even close. You've already got this amazing detective toolkit, and it's packed with skills for dealing with all kinds of tricky emotions. Let's take a quick look at what you've already got.
And you're not alone in this. Meet the rest of your squad. Jack, Suki, Daryl, and Nina. They're all emotion detectives just like you. And guess what? They also run into tough cases and need help figuring out their big emotions. We're all in this together. And here are those awesome tools I was talking about. This is your skills bank. You've got everything in here, from body scanning, which helps you notice what's happening inside your body, to detective thinking, which is all about questioning those worried thoughts. You've even got skills for spotting tricky thinking traps. These are seriously powerful tools. But today, we're going to add a brand new, super powerful technique to that toolkit. Seriously, think of it like a secret skill that's going to help you crack the toughest emotional mysteries. We're going to call it the science experiment. So this is the main idea right here. Basically, we're going to start acting the opposite of how our emotions make us want to act. In those situations we've been avoiding? So if your fear is telling you to run, this new skill is all about taking a deep breath and staying. It sounds tough, I know. But this is how we prove we're stronger than our feelings.
And this new skill has a special name. We're going to call it an exposure science experiment. Now, exposure might sound a little intense, but all it really means is that we're going to face the thing that's causing the big feeling just a little bit at a time. It's not about being fearless, it's about being a brave scientist.
All right, to see how this works in real life, let's open up a new case file. This one is about our friend Jack. See, Jack has a really big fear of dogs, and it's starting to get in the way of him doing fun things. Let's investigate how this whole exposure experiment can help him solve the mystery.
Okay, detectives, look closely, because this slide has the biggest clues of all. We've got two charts here that show what's going on with Jack's fear. The one on the left, that's what happens when he sees a dog and runs away. The one on the right, that's what happens when he tries our new science experiment and practices staying even though he's scared. See the difference? Let's break it down.
Let's zoom in on that first chart. This is what we call the avoidance trap. It shows us exactly what happens when Jack sees something that scares him and his first instinct is to just get away from it. Let's look at the evidence. So when Jack runs away, look at what happens to that line representing his fear. It goes down really fast, right? And he feels better. For a minute. But here's the problem. His brain never gets the chance to learn anything new. It doesn't learn that the dog might be perfectly safe. All it learns is running away is what makes the fear stop. So the next time he sees a dog, that fear is going to be just as big, if not bigger. It's a total trap.
But now, let's check out the second piece of evidence. This is the good stuff. This is where the real breakthrough happens. This chart shows us what happens when Jack decides to be a scientist and just stays, even for a little while.
And check this out. This shows the power of practice. The very first time, his fear shoots way up. That's trial 1. But then it starts to come back down all on its own. Now look at trial 4. His fear doesn't get nearly as high, and it goes away so much faster. With each try, his brain is learning, hey, I can actually handle this. So there's actually a cool science word for what's happening to Jack's brain. It's called habituation. It's a big word, but the idea is super simple. It just means your brain is getting used to something. The more you're around it and nothing bad happens, the more your brain calms down and stops sending out those huge, scary alarm signals. It's pretty amazing. Okay, so Jack's success is awesome. But now it's your turn. You can use this exact same technique for any big feeling you want to understand better. It is time to design your very own science experiment. And here's how you do it. It's like a game. Step 1, start with a question. What are you worried about? Step 2, make a guess. What does your worry brain think is going to happen? Step 3, the brave part. Try out your experiment. Face that feeling. Step 4, just watch what happens. Be a scientist and observe. And step 5, try it again. Every single time you practice, you get stronger.
And that's the real secret we've uncovered today. Those big, loud, scary emotions, they can feel like they're the boss of you, but they're not. They're just information. They're signals. And you, the emotion detective, are the one who's truly in charge. You get to decide what to do with that information.
So as we wrap up this case, I've got one last question for you. Think about it. What's one small thing you've been avoiding because of a worried feeling? What's one tiny science experiment you could try? Just a small, brave step. Your next great discovery is waiting for you.